Hey, you train people?
Yeah, once those orcs, or even worse, the dragons attack again, every single hand will be needed.
Can you train me too?
Sure, I'll train any good man. But besides your talent, you need a good weapon if you want to survive here. Ask the knight Tandor. He'll take care of you.
You came over the pass? Well done. We have already lost a lot of men out there. I know myself what it's like out there. I accompanied a reconnaissance unit for a while. Do you have a weapon? If you need a good weapon, I'm your man.
What became of the unit?
We scouted the area and wanted to advance to the coast. We set up our camp in a cave. It was late at night when the orcs came. They charged us up the slope with torches and drums and discovered us. We tried to flee, but I was the only one who got through. Soon after that, the orcs erected their big palisade, and we pulled back into the castle.
Show me your wares.
What do you want?
Could you make a weapon for me?
I don't have time for that. Tandor hands out the weapons, I just make them. And Parlev sharpens them.
How's work?
I forge the weapons for the castle knights. Since we've been here, I've been fully occupied making new weapons. And we'll need them too. We'll show these damned orcs how sharp our blades are. Hey, Parlev, make those blades nice and sharp. Orcs are damn tough creatures.
Hey. Hey, how are you?
How do you think I'm doing? I spend a whole day at the grindstone sharpening blades. And yesterday, Engor shortened our rations again. If it goes on like this, we're all gonna starve. Or we'll all be killed by orcs. Not a pleasant prospect.
Who is Engor?
Engor manages the provisions and shares out the rations. And they get smaller every week. Sure, you can bargain with him, but only for cold, hard cash.
And you can't afford that?
The most I can get for the lousy pay we collect is a couple of turnips.
Where can I find this Engor?
In the knight's house. Just go through the open entryway next to the smithy.
I wouldn't be so sure. Do you really believe that?
Hey.
Ah, so you're the guy who made it across the pass.
Yes.
Great. I'm Engor. I manage this expedition. Just don't get the idea that I give anything away for free. But if there's gold in your pockets, I'm always willing to cut a little deal.
You're the one who deals out the rations, or so I've heard.
That's right. Why? Should I feed you now too? If there's anything you want, you'll pay for it. Just like everyone else.
Maybe I can help you with your work.
Sure, why not? I could use some help.
So, what needs to be done?
Our food supplies are low. Above all, we're almost out of meat. So if you could get us some meat, raw or cooked, ham or sausages, that would be much appreciated. How about it? Will you help us?
Don't worry, I'll get you some meat.
About 24 chunks of meat would help me feed quite a few hungry mouths. Come back when you have the meat. I need to get back to my work now.
Hey, you! Here, I bought you something.
Great. You brought enough meat. That'll do for a while. But don't get the idea that I'll give you anything for free now.
Have you got anything interesting for me?
I can get you better armor. Heavy militia armor, if you're interested. It's not cheap, of course. So go get the gold, and I'll give you the armor.
Give me the armor.
Here you are. It'll protect you well. It's a damn good piece of work.
Show me your wares.
Never thought of that himself.
I've heard a thing or two. I don't know why he gets so worked up.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
That's not what I heard. You already know what I heard.
Where did you pick that up then? But he knew that all
Let's
along.
wait and see what happens. You have to feel sorry for him, George.
Hardly know what to believe anymore.
Hey, you! What's your task here?
My job? Training the lads. I teach them how to get muscles of steel. I also take care of the prisoners. I'm like a damn father to those bastards. But my real art is to get them to talk. And believe me, I have ways to make anyone talk.
Sounds awfully nice.
But those flea-infested blockheads we have currently locked up don't have much to say anyway. And they won't let me deal with that Gorn.
Anything new?
Everything seems quiet. No new prisoners. Nobody who needs help finding the right words. Too bad.
Hey! Could you train me?
Sure, I can help you become stronger, but I don't give anything away for free.
How much do you want?
You run around outside the castle, don't you? Here's what I suggest. My assistant Den made himself scarce during the last attack. What a quitter. But he didn't run for it empty-handed. He took the contents of our cash box with him.
What cash box?
We have this chest where we keep the stuff we have, collected over the course of time. And that was a tidy sum. The chest contained 200 gold pieces along with some precious jewelry. If you bring me back the gold, you can keep the jewels and I'll train you.
Do you know where Den was headed?
As far away from here as possible. I guess he might have tried to get through the pass.
Thanks, that's very helpful.
Well, what can I say? I have no idea where he went.
I've got something for you.
Excellent. I'll train you if you like.
As if I didn't have enough problems.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
Some problems solve themselves.
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
Stop! Who are you?
Business.
The question where I come from is much more important. I came across the pass. So, are you going to stop me now, or can I go in?
Well, I couldn't know that. Of course you're allowed in.
Where did you pick that?
He should have known.
In us enlightens all those who recognize his wisdom.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
Look who has returned. Our hero from the barrier.
Good to see you, Milton. You here again?
Again. After the barrier collapsed, I entered the monastery of the Magicians of Fire. But once it was clear that the paladins wanted to come here, my experience and knowledge of the place proved to be quite useful. So they decided then and there to entrust me with the holy mission of providing magical support to this expedition. Do you remember Gorn, Diego, and Lester?
Of course I remember the boys.
Well, Gorn and Diego didn't get far. They were picked up by the paladins here in the valley. Lester has vanished, though. I have no idea where he's hanging around.
I've met Lester. He's with Zardos now.
One bit of good news, at least. Well, I have nothing pleasant to report.
Where are Gorn and Diego now?
Well, Gorn is sitting here in the dungeon because he resisted arrest. They assigned Diego to a troop of scrapers. Ask the paladin Parseval. He assembled the groups.
What is your task here?
Originally, I was supposed to assay the magic ore, but we haven't seen much of that so far. Now I'm concentrating on the study of alchemy.
Let's go and free Gorn.
Well, the problem in this matter is that Gorn is a convicted prisoner. But if we're lucky, Garand will agree on a deal, and we can buy his freedom.
Yes, maybe.
Keep me in the picture.
For that is the will of Innos.
No idea. You tell me.
Hey!
What's your task?
I'm a strategic officer of the king, and I currently answer to the Honorable Commander Garand. We are the last of the paladins here in the castle. All the others have left or fallen. It is now our responsibility to bring a good end to this expedition, and that we shall do. By Innos, that we shall do.
I have a message for you.
What is it?
Your brother is dead. He got as far as the pass.
My brother? Innos put me to a severe test, but he died as his servant. This news is like an arrow which pierces my heart. I shall seek new strength in prayer.
Where do you come from? You aren't one of the scrapers, and you aren't one of my people. Well?
I've come across the pass.
Over the pass? You actually got through?
You really think?
By Innos. What are your orders, soldier?
I come from Lord Hagen. He wants me to bring him proof of the presence of the dragons.
And you've just come here to get it and then disappear again?
Well, that's what I had in mind.
So he wants proof. He can have it. But I can't send you back to Lord Hagen without giving him information about the ore. Listen. Lord Hagen absolutely must learn what the situation is here, and how much ore we've mined up to now.
All right. What do you want me to do for you?
I've got 3 units of scrapers out there, but they haven't sent me a single nugget. Visit the mining sites and report back to me how much ore they have stored. Then I'll write you a letter that you are going to take back to Lord Hagen.
Oh, well, I guess I have no choice.
Only Innos decides what's right or wrong.
Nobody ever asks me.
Same old thing.
I need some equipment.
Talk to Tandor about that. He'll get you everything you need.
But why me, of all people?
Because you know a way to get through the lines of orcs. My boys would be hopelessly lost out there.
That was no big
You,
deal.
on the other hand, have managed to get through once already. That makes you the best man for this job.
Where can I find the mining sites?
Here, take this map. It shows the 2 areas where the mining sites are located. If you have any more questions, ask Parzival. He can tell you all you need to know about the
That
scrapers.
was no big deal.
I want you to let Gorn go.
I can't let him go. He has committed many crimes and they must be atoned for.
Right or wrong.
Can I pay his penalty?
That might be a possibility, but certainly not a cheap one. I want 1,000 gold pieces for Gorn.
That's a lot of gold.
Gorn also has much to answer for. Bring me the gold, and I'll set Gorn free.
Eye on that.
You have to feel sorry for the poor guy.
Nobody wants to know.
That'll only cause more trouble.
Nobody wants to know.
No one must violate the divine order.
Tell me that isn't true.
You already know what I think.
What can you tell me about the scrapers?
I assembled the 3 groups. Marcos, Fajeth, and Silvestro are the paladins who each lead a group. Marcos's group set out in the direction of an old mine, led by an old digger named Grimes. The other 2 groups set out together. Jurgen, one of our scouts, has reported that they set up camp near a large tower.
Do you know how to get to the mining sites?
There's no safe way into that valley, but it seems to make sense to me not to take the direct route. Keep away from the orcs and the woods, and may Innos protect you.
Which group of scrapers did Diego go with?
This convict, Diego? He's with Paladin Silvestro's group.
Do you really think?
Do you really think?
I have my own opinion about that.
He would have never thought of that himself.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Hey, you! Duran wants 1,000 gold pieces for Gorn.
A nice sum. I can chip in 250 gold pieces.
I need more gold to buy Gorn's freedom.
Getting more gold, Diego knows a lot about that, but he isn't here. Maybe Gorn has some gold hidden somewhere himself. We should find out. I'll write him a note. Here, try to smuggle it into the dungeon.
If he doesn't see that, I can't help him.
But he knew that all along.
So sure. It's a bad business. It can't go on like this forever.
I can't believe that.
I wouldn't have done this forever.
What are you guarding?
The prisoners.
And who's that?
A few convicts and the mercenary Gorn. A tough guy, strong as an ox. It took 4 men to bring him into custody.
Quite obvious.
Can you let me into the dungeon?
No, no one may enter the dungeon. That goes for everyone. For you, for Milton, and for everybody else. This isn't some tavern where you can go in and out as you please. Remember that.
But he knew that all along.
Can't you make an exception for me?
No.
I've heard a thing or two.
I have a note here for one of the prisoners. Can you pass it on?
In principle, I don't see why not. Who's this message for, then?
For Gorn.
A very important prisoner. I don't think Garand would agree to that. But if it's important to you, we can certainly come to an agreement.
What do you want?
Our food rations are being reduced steadily. I want something decent to eat for a change. Get me a tasty sausage and a fresh loaf of bread, and some sweet honey. And a bottle of wine to go with it. Yeah, that should do. You should be able to manage that. So come back when you have the stuff.
You don't have to ask me that.
I've got something for you, the food you wanted.
Good, give me the grub. You have the message?
Yes, here. Remember, it's for Gorn.
Come back tomorrow. He'll have received the message by then.
That's exactly what I said.